Our feminist movement is expanding around all Latin America. I think it was very amazing. I think we all were surprised with this kind of massive demonstration. And I think that the incredible women uprising has to do with this possibility to think violence against women in a new way. You go to Peru, Venezuela, or Brazil, and you said Ni Una Menos. It's like a kind of virus that spread around the world. I am Verónica Gago. I teach at the University of Buenos Aires and the University of San Martín. And I am as a member of Colectiva Ni Una Menos. Ni Una Menos is a collective, but at the same time, it's a movement. We connect domestic violence with racist violence, with institutional violence, with violence in workplaces.
We are now in a big demonstration. It's Ni Una Menos international mobilization, but we are part of this big organization of the International Plurinational Women, Lesbian, Travestis Strike. And we are very moved because, as we can see, it's a massive and radical mobilization.
I was in Spain. There also the green scarf, but also our statements about, for example, vivas, libres y desendeudadas nos queremos, free, alive, and indebtedness we want us. We're part of the common language. In Argentina, all the time you are convoking or trying to mobilize for different reasons. My parents were militants, political militants, activists in the 70s, so I grew up with this political and militant atmosphere. We had one of the more cruel dictatorships in the region between 76 and 83. In those years, a group of mothers of the disappeared militants organized as a group for her children, and they become like a national, international symbol of a Pacific struggle with women as protagonists. After too many years, I started to be part of this feminist atmosphere also. But I think that in my trajectory, my personal and political trajectory, it was very important, my experience in the 2001 crisis. Three or 4 years ago, feminism, it was very academic or institutional or very elite kind of language or imagination. It was happening different femicides, different kind of abuses, and especially the young girls started to denounce in the web. So I think it was like an atmosphere that we need some kind of action beyond the denouncing. Not one less is the translation, and it's part of Mexican poetry. The statement Ni Una Menos is a password that functions everywhere. The first massive demonstration was in June of 2015. We want to organize this first international women's strike, and it was the 8th of March in 2017. And well, this is the like the top of the mobilization because it was incredible. We were more than 55 countries coordinated in the strike. I think that the force of our internationalism has to do with this connection between different struggles: peasant struggle, indigenous struggle, urban struggles, student struggle, and how the feminism is like the common sense that we are building between all these conflicts and all these struggles. When we say that we want free abortion, we are denouncing that the poor women and girls are who died when the abortion is a clandestine practice, because that means that women that could pay a safe abortion are, of course, not in risk. The mobilizations were very, very massive. 1 million. It was amazing, especially the young generation that became militant or activist. For example, my son, he is very involved with those arguments, and he's 9, for example. This is something completely new in our country.
One million people will come today. We are occupying all the streets and we are occupying the city, and we are producing like a feminist way of life in the city.
It's amazing how this wide movement is inspiring different mobilizations and different protests and different struggles in different parts of the world. I feel very moved when we saw in the streets all these young people, like a new kind of very active feminism, and how they translate into everyday life this feminism, the inclusive way they speak, and how they think and practice their sexuality, and also how they reframe the idea of social life. I think this is very powerful. The expansion of feminism in new generations is our big hope, because we don't know how this movement will develop in the future, but we have future.
Hi everyone, I'm Sari, the producer of Her Stories. Click here to watch more episodes, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and leave us a comment letting us know what other people and topics you want to see on the show. And make sure to subscribe to Now This Her. Thanks for watching.